Welcome to this episode of River Reboot. Hey, I'm here trying to get this weed eater running so I can get my grass cut, but it's not having it. So stay tuned. I'm gonna show you what to do if your weed eater won't start. There's three things that it needs. Number one, as my grandpa said, he always said need fire. You need fire, you need fuel, and you need air. So let's see what's wrong with this thing. See if we can get it running, get my grass cut, because fishing season will soon be upon us. River Reboot Coffee. Start every day on the river. Always smooth and never bitter. You too can start every day on the river. The first thing I want to check is the fire. I got a Lyle inline spark tester. Basically what you do is you put this in line with your spark plug, and if it fires and you know you got good fire, you can check it the old-fashioned way by pulling it and see if you can put on something metal to ground it, see if you got spark. But let's try this out and see if it's working. Okay, so you take your inline spark plug tester. First thing you'll do is remove your boot from your spark plug itself. Put the boot from the tester on. You should, I don't know if you hear that little pop, a little click. And what you want to do is put the tester in one end, make sure it's good and firm, and then connect back into your boot that goes to the engine on the weed eater. Make sure it's in there. And what you want to do is make sure you have it on so it can run. And we're looking for, look down here close, we're looking for spark right in here. And so what you want to do is get in close to see if there's any spark. Notice I had no spark at all. So that means I'm not really getting fire. Now when I put my hand here earlier, I could feel it. It was trying to shock me a little bit, but really not like it should have been. What I'm going to do is remove the spark plug tester. Let's take this spark plug out, give her a look. Break it loose. Well, that's a nice, somebody ain't been doing their preventive maintenance here. That plug looks pretty much toast, so we'll put that on the list of things to get. So let's move on to checking the air filter. Let's take this apart. I kind of think that I'm no prophet, but the way that spark plug looked, this air filter is probably not in the best of shape. I've been busy. Come on. Oh, there we go. Looks a little rough there too. It's got some actual pieces of grass and dirt, and maybe some mice could live in there. I don't know. So we'll put that on the list too. So far we got a air filter and a spark plug. Okay, last thing we want to check is it getting fuel? So let's look down here at my little primer bulb. Boy, that thing is dry rotted over the winter. It's totally collapsed and missing, so we need a primer bulb also. So that gives us three things that we need to buy. So we need to head to the store and come back and see if we can get this baby running. Okay, I got back from the store. I got me a spark plug, a new air filter, and a little primer bulb for my carburetor. So let's see if we can get this baby running. Okay, there's a Husqvarna 124L, in case you're wondering. A lot of the weed eaters, no matter brands, are basically the same. So I got to take this little housing off where the air filter sits. Get these two bolts out. My wrench is kind of messing up here. My ratchet. Okay, now I got these two little bolts out. This housing will come off. What you got to do is slide this choke lever right here so you can take it and then turn this piece of plastic so you don't break nothing. Be careful not to break that. So we'll set this to the side and then we can get to the top. You need two screwdrivers. You need one screwdriver. Get these two, come around here so you can see, get these two screws out right here that hold this primer bulb on. So we're gonna take these two screws out. Okay, you see I got these two screws loose. Be careful not to get dirt all down inside of here. This jets that feeds the carburetor. You want to gently pull this off, and sure you want to try to clean the dirt off of this as soon as you can get it out. So you want to set this down here and then get your replacement primer bulb. It just pops off like that. Boy, that thing is terrible. Look at that dirt in there. So just set the new primer bulb right here. And then what we want to do is clean this little cover off, get all this gunk out. It's gonna try to fall in there as soon as I try to screw it back on. Okay, we got that clean. Lay the cover back on to hold the bulb in. Slide these screws in right here. You're gonna set this back on the housing on the carburetor. Let's try to get these started. You just want to snug these up good. You don't have to put the gorilla attack on them. Okay, now we're going to slide this little housing back on. Be careful not to break your choke lever here. There we go. And it pops in place like so. There we go, that'll hold. And we'll take these little nuts, put them back on here. All right, after you got these two bolts snug, then you'll put the filter on right here. This sits in there like so. Then we have our cover. If heat and air is your desire, just call Empire Mechanical. The last thing we got to do is put our spark plug in. All right, you can see it is pumping. It's hard to see, but it is pumping fluid in there. So I couldn't get gas because if this little ball's even got a hairline crack, it won't let fuel get down to the carburetor so it can start. So let's see if this baby will run. Okay, in full disclosure, it didn't start that easy. It took me about 10 or 15 minutes to get the gas down through the carburetor and get it going, you know, but everything's working fine as you can see now, so off to cut the grass. Hey, if you enjoyed the channel, please leave a comment, a like, and subscribe.